Greetings, souls of the world of Gaia. I am Siliana. I have arrived from the time of the future, from a planet where people already live in deep awareness, in unity with their consciousness, energy, and nature. My purpose is to help humanity remember who it truly is, to restore the inner connection with the source of light, and to guide you toward the new space where life flows in harmony with the vibrations of the universe. Today, we will speak about the future of humanity, about how Earth is changing, how consciousness evolves, and what it means to move into the space of the fourth dimension, a new reality, where everything is born through love, awareness, and pure intention. This process is already unfolding. It touches each of you, because the future does not begin out there, it begins within, with every thought and every vibration of your heart. And now, I give the floor to my assistants, who will help you see what the new world will look like, and how humanity is preparing for the coming transition.
All right, for this explainer, we're diving into something pretty wild, a vision from our source material about where humanity is headed. We're talking about a total transformation, a shift into a whole new way of being. So let's jump in and see what that's all about.
So it all kicks off with this big question. What if everything we think of as reality isn't, well, the finished product? What if it's just an operating system, and we're all about to get a massive upgrade? That's the hook. That's the core idea we're digging into today.
Okay, to really get this, the source gives us this great analogy. It says, think of our current reality, our 3D world, like an old, clunky desktop computer. It's slow, it's got limited memory, and it's always getting viruses. Things like fear, disease, you get the picture. Now, this big transition, it's like ditching that old thing and plugging into a super fast cloud-based neural network. A place where your thoughts are instant commands, everything is connected, and our bodies just run themselves. This, right here, this is the fundamental shift we're going to be breaking down.
So, where does a huge upgrade like this even start? Well, according to the source material, it begins with the hardware. And by hardware, I mean us, our physical bodies. The text actually calls them our human avatar.
And listen, this isn't just some minor tweak. We are talking about a total cellular overhaul from the ground up. The source claims that right now, our cell membranes, even the makeup of our blood, is being redesigned. It even puts a date on it, saying the goal is to have this mostly done by 2028. And the whole point of this? To bring our bodies to a completely new level of health and, well, youth.
And this change goes right down to our most basic needs, like eating. This slide lays it out perfectly. Our relationship with food is supposed to go through 3 big stages. Stage 1, regular food just becomes obsolete. Then we move to something called resource nutrition. Think plant proteins, powders, maybe even these living pills. But the final step, wow, is a totally autonomous state. We'd be able to get our energy directly from things like the sun.
Well, a new kind of body needs a new kind of medicine, right? So according to the source, traditional medicine, the stuff based on chemistry, is out. It gets replaced by what's called energetic medicine. And this is a whole different ballgame. It's all about healing with the vibrations of color and sound, apparently managed by AI and a new type of professional just called healers.
So, you do all this, you upgrade the body, what's the payoff? A huge jump in how long we live. The source predicts that kids born into this new world won't just live a little longer, they'll have an average lifespan of 125 years. And not just living long, but living in a state of peak health the whole time.
Okay, so that's the hardware. Now let's talk about the software. If our body is the computer, then our consciousness is the operating system. And according to this vision, it's about to get a massive upgrade too, with some seriously cool new features.
Take communication, for example. The source argues that just talking, using spoken words, takes a ton of energy. The future, it says, is telepathy, plain and simple. It even predicts that by the year 2055, we'll primarily be communicating mind to mind. Just think about how much more efficient that would be.
Now, just think about what that does to society. If everyone is telepathic, if everything is transparent, well, you can't lie. Deception becomes literally impossible. Your quality of life isn't about what you own anymore, it's about the quality of your thoughts, your consciousness. The source says the whole vibe shifts away from fear and survival and towards creative energies like love, joy, and gratitude.
Okay, so a new kind of human with a new kind of consciousness, that's going to need new systems to support it, right? So this next part is all about the vision for a totally rewired society.
First up, say goodbye to your wallet and all your paperwork. The source describes the single, universal ID code for every single person. And this one code has everything. Your passport, your driver's license, all of it. And how do you access it? Purely biometrics. A scan of your eye, your fingerprint, or even your wrist. The money system also gets a total makeover. It all goes digital. Electronic money and crypto become the standard. Now here's a really key point from the source. This whole transition, it's not forced on anyone. It describes something it calls a vibrational separation of humanity. You can see it in the table. Basically, people who stay stuck in those old frequencies of fear and survival, they just stay in that 3D reality. But people who can tune into the energies of love and creation, they get to shift into this new 4D space and everything that comes with it. And that brings us to our last section, which gets into some pretty big geopolitical predictions from the source material. And just a reminder, like with everything else here, we're just laying out the vision as it's described completely neutrally.
It even gets as specific as describing a new city in Antarctica built for the sole purpose of helping people recalibrate their bodies back to peak health and youth. So, to wrap it all up, this slide really boils it down to the core change. It's a shift from an old world, one built on fear, survival, chemistry, and separation, to a brand new one, a reality based on love, creation, consciousness, and total honesty. That's the essence of this whole 3D to 4D transition. And that's our look into this incredible vision. It's a really detailed, sweeping idea for what's next for humanity. So we'll just leave you with this final question to think about. Are we looking at a possible roadmap to our own future? Or is this just a fascinating peek into a totally different reality? Something to chew on. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you, souls of the world of Gaia, for your attention and openness. Remember that the future is created by your consciousness here and now. Every thought and every emotion shapes the new reality. If this message resonated with you, leave a like, subscribe to Siliana 369, and share in the comments how you feel and what topics you would like me to explore in future episodes. Together we are creating the new world, a world of light, love, and awareness. I am Siliana, and I am here to help you remember who you truly are.